Good evening, all. Sorry, guys. Actually, I'm not feeling well. That's why today morning I could not take the class. I was unable. I was trying, but I didn't. Fine. Let's start the session. We are discussing about SOP and the POS, right, of K-maps, right? So yesterday we saw how to design the K-map for sum of product terms, right? Now we should, that is a POS and SOP. There are two forms, right? I think yesterday we saw the K-map for sum of product, right? So sum of products, right? So now we have to discuss about product of sum. And then I will give you the conversion, that is the relation between sum of product and the product of sum. Anyway, already I had given, but anyway, right, I have seen your question, right, in the group. Fine. First, let me teach you the product of sum form, right? So for an example, right, so yesterday we had been discussed about sum of product, right? So let us take one more example in order to get the clear idea in sum of product. For an example, I have some variables ABC, right, and it had been defined as sum of min terms, right? So there is sum of products, right? So let us take some three variables in the sense, let us consider 0, 1, 6, 7. With this we shall also consider some don't care just for understanding, right? So let us consider 2, right? It is given like this. Now we have to find out the simplified Boolean expression by using what? That is a K-map, right? But we have to write the expression. We have to express our expression in sum of products, right? So let's see how to represent that one. Anyway, if you observe this one, that is 3 variable, right? So in 3 variables in the sense, how many cells should be required? We should go up with the 8 cells, right? So first of all, I'm in need of 8 cells, right? So let us proceed further. Now I'm just closing the cells now, right? So we shall proceed further, right, with this. We should start from LSB in SOP form, that is sum of product form. What we have to do, we all know, first we are considering A bar and then we are going to consider A, right? Similarly, here we are going to consider B bar, C bar, and here we are going to consider B bar C, and here we are going to consider BC, here we are going to consider BC bar, right? That is in sum of product, we all know. And the variables are 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, correct? This is the order, right? We know these things already. Now let us register the given variables. 0, 1, 6, 7. 0, 1, where is 6? Here. 7 is here, right? Don't care is 2. Where is your don't care? This is our don't care. Now let's group all the people, right? Anyway, we have to start from 4, 2, 1. Because I have only 8 cells, maximum number of cells is 8, so I'm not considering 8. Okay, you can start from 8, but do you have 8 ones here? No, right? In adjacent cells. Do you have 4 ones in adjacent cells? No, there are no 4 ones in adjacent cells. Do we have 2 ones in adjacent cell? Yes. Let's do the grouping, right? See there, I can group these 2 guys. Yes. We can also group these 2 guys, of course. Is there any other possibilities? No. Guys, listen, in this case, unnecessarily we no need to group this don't care. Why? Because without using this don't care, we can group 2 variables directly. So what is the purpose of using this don't care? That is not necessary. You can skip the don't care and you can simply write the answer. What will be our output now? Y is equal to, let's see, for this person in the horizontal row, I have A, that is in the row line I have A, whereas in the vertical, let's see, here we have BC, here we have BC bar, right? So from this we should take a common person. The common person is B, such that is going to be A into B plus. Now let us consider this one. Its horizontal line gives us A bar, whereas in the vertical the common term is B bar, such that what is this? AB plus A bar B bar, that is known as what? A x nar of B, correct? Of course. So that is the output for the given function. I hope things are clear to you all. Now how many terms are there in the output, right? We got 2 boolean terms, right? So we got 2 terms in the output expression. We got 2 boolean terms in the output expression. How many literals are there? Each and every boolean variables are being considered as literals, right? So this one, literal 1, literal 2, literal 3, literal 4. So totally we have 4 literals, right? Because you sometimes you might be requested to find out the literals also, right? Yes. So anyway, that's over. That is how we are framing, that is how we are finding the simplified expression of our, that is in SOP form, with the help of KMF, right? So when it is given in terms of min terms, right? So let's consider max terms. Let's try and bring the answer. Class is going good, huh? Yeah, I think class is going good. If you have any problem, immediately make WhatsApp call, no issues, right? Let's take max terms, some examples, right? Such that you'll get the clear idea. Yeah. Same thing, right? Already we understood how to develop KMF for max terms, right? Just opposite to min terms form, right? Let's see, suppose the given it is, right? So we are defining a certain variables a comma b comma c, and it is given as it had been defined in max format, right? Let's consider 0 1 5 6 7, which is given in max term, right? Plus we have to consider, let us consider the don't care 2 comma 3, that is given, right? So let's try. Okay, let's take only one variable, because if you take 2 3, then the expression will become very simple, right? Fine, let's consider three variables. In the sense, we have to consider 8 cells first of all, same as our min terms. We have to consider 8 cells. Let's start our journey, right? So let us consider 8 cells first. Yes, and the variables are 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That is our gray code conversion, right? We know that one. Let's start from the LSB. But what I had been told you, right? The see, we are going to write product of sum form. In POS, it is just opposite to what? Sum of product, right? So what we have to consider? First, we are considering A here. Here we are considering A bar. And second, here we are going to consider B plus C, and we are going to consider B plus C bar. Here we are going to consider B bar plus C bar. Here we are going to consider B bar plus C. Correct? Of course. Let us substitute the given variables first. Now, which are all the variables that were given to us? 0 1 5 6 7. 0 1 5 6 7. In max terms, in order to represent the max terms in KMap, we are using zeros. In min terms, we are using, that is for min terms, we are using ones, right? Do you have don't care? Of course, I will have a don't care here. Let us use it. And this is our not known. See there, we all know, right? If max terms, we are writing max terms in zeros. What about min terms? Just opposite to max terms are going to be the min terms, right? Anyway, we are traveling along with the max terms only. So min terms we don't need to consider. Rest of boxes are going to be filled by 1. That is in min term form, right? Fine. Let's continue our journey with this. Now, what shall we do now? We have to group these guys, right? How will you group? We shall start from 8. But do we have 8 or 8 zeros here? No, right? So this is not possible. Let us consider 4. Do we have any possibilities for 4? No, that is also not possible, right? So this is also not possible. Let's consider 2. 2 is possible, huh? Of course. See there, we can group these two guys. Yes, we can group these two guys. Of course. Now, I had been told you already, when you guys are going up with the KMap, right, always in resultant, there might be a chances of getting more than one solution for the given terms, right? Anyway, for the given max terms, if you observe this 0, either this 0 can be grouped with this 0, or we can group this 0 with this one. Do you all agree with me? Yes. So, if I'll group with this one, I will get one answer. If I'll get this 0, if I'll group this 0 with this one, I will get one more answer. That is what I had been told you. In KMap, right, for the given expression we can expect multiple solution. So that is what we are getting here, right? So let's see. So from this I can say either we can group these two guys, or we can see any one option only will be available in your exam, right? So carefully observe. Adha neenga solve பண்ணும்போதே தெரியும். If you are finding two options வந்தது அப்படினா just ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் எடுத்து செக் பண்ணி பாருங்க ஆப்ஷன்ல இருக்கா இல்லையான்ட்டு. Otherwise take the one more possibility. Okay, so let us group any one guy. Let me group this one. Okay, so let's try and write the answer for this function. How will you write the answer? So it can be written as y is equal to, first let me select this person, right? In this person, see there guys, what we have to do? See here we have a, right? இப்போ இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? We have to do addition, right? So we have to do addition because 3 min terms are there. The first we have to perform OR operation, and then we have to perform AND operation. See there, in this row already we had been performed OR operation. Now we have to perform AND operation. Similarly, in the cross, first we have to perform OR operation, right? So in order to group them together, actually these three literals are always grouped together, right? So similarly these three literals are always grouped, these three literals are always grouped, such that we have to use addition, because a b c all are what, grouped together. அப்ப max term formatல நம்ம எப்படி எழுதுவோம், a plus b plus c, a plus b plus c bar அப்படி தான் எழுதுவோம். So we have to use addition, but in between these two guys we have to use multiplication. Why? Because this is what, this is a min term. Already we had performed that is in this max term, right? In this max term already we had performed what, OR operation, right? So we have to perform in between the next consequent people, we should perform what, AND operation, right? So let's continue our journey. So I told you we have to cross, right? Anyway, I am going up with these two guys. First we have to multiply them. Let's consider b plus c into b plus c bar. First we should multiply them, and then the resultant answer should be add up with the a. Clear? That is for first person. Anyway, we in order to find out the answer for rest of guys, right? இவங்களுக்கு சால்வ் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி first இத மட்டும் ரெடியூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாமா? Let's see actually what we got b plus c into b plus c bar. Just let us club them together. b into b, just to multiple பண்ணுங்க, you are going to get b into b plus am I correct? We are grouping these two guys. Yes, I'm correct. b into b, and then b into c bar, and then b into c. See there, b into b, b into c bar, b into c, and then plus c into c bar. But what we know, one thing, c dot c bar will be 0. Do you all agree with me? Yes. And from these three people you can take b outside. If you take b outside, see anyway b into b become what, b into b become b only, right? Single b. So b plus bc bar plus b, you can take b outside such that here it is become 1 plus c bar plus c. But in digital, anything plus 1 should be equal to 1 only, na? So 1 into b will become equal to b only. So what is the conclusion? This total person, right? This total term will be replaced by a single person, that is called b. Now from this moment onwards, you have to understand. Listen guys, இப்போ இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் நீங்க மல்டிபிள் பண்ண போறீங்க அப்படினா, just notice who's the that is which one is common for this both for these two people. The common term is b. b is common, right? So just other thing அப்படியே add பண்ணிக்கோங்க. See there, the common term is b, so a plus b is going to be the answer. You don't need to multiply, right? So from this observation I am getting this one, right? And then first term will going to be multiplied with the sum term, that is second term multiplication, because we are performing what, product of sum. Sum is over, so second term அடுத்து நீங்க second term இங்க எழுதி ரெண்டு பேரையும் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணனும், right? So let us write the second term. அப்ப இது எப்படி எழுதலாம்? It can be written as a bar, right? Of course இவங்க ரெண்டு பேர்ல காமனா யார் இருக்காங்க பாருங்க, c bar is common, so plus c bar. So these two sum terms are going to be multiplied each other, that is called what, product of sum, right? So that is product am I correct? Yes, product of sum, right? So that is over. Next let us take the next one. So that is a bar. So let us write the answer. Yeah, a bar plus, now what is the common term between these two people? B bar is common, such that we can write a bar plus b bar. Clear? Yeah. So that is how we are writing product of sum, right? So of course that is correct. So that is the correct answer for the given equation, that is POS, right? So let's continue our journey with this. Let me rub this one first. Let's take one more example for your better understanding. Yeah. Please be patient. Fine. So let's take few more example in order to get the clear idea. Now we will take max term. Let's consider 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, right? Come on, 11. Plus don't care also given as, let's consider 3, 7, right? That is given. Now we have to find out the simplified Boolean expression for the given POS form, right? So product of sum. So we shall go up with how many variables we are going to consider? 4 variables. So see there, we are running up to 11. So we have to consider 4 variables. How many cells should be required? 16, right? So the total number of cells that it should be required in order to find the answer is 16, right? So let's start our journey with this. Let's break 1, 2, 3, right? So similarly let's break this one 1, let's break this one as 2 and this one as 3. Clear? So let us write the variables. The variables are a b c d, right? So எப்படி எழுதுவீங்க? Again, in LSB we are going to consider AB, right? In MSB we are going to consider CD. Let's start our journey with this. So we are writing what max term, that is product of some form. Up in it can be written as A plus B, and here it can be written as A plus B bar, and this can be written as A bar plus B bar, and the last term can be written as A bar plus B, correct? Similarly, this one can be written as C plus D, and here we have to consider C plus D bar, and this is going to be C bar plus D bar, and here it is C bar plus D, correct? Let's register the variables, right? Anyway, first let me name 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we are considering 16 cells in gray code form, right? So let's register the variables 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 11, correct? Don't cares are 3 and 7, so 3, 7 are going to be don't care. Rest of all variables are going to be considered as 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Did I left anything? No, I think all box will be filled, right? So it is filled. Now what is the next target? We have to reduce the Boolean expression, right? So our minimum variable is, we are trying to consider 16 also we can go, but is there any possibilities for 16? No. So just to start from 8, do we have 8 cells now? No, there are no zeros in adjacent. Yes, we have. Guys, listen. Yes, I found it. With the don't care, if I'll consider the effect of don't care, see there, we can group this all people together. Yeah, happily we can group them. That is the happiest news for us, right? That is the purpose of your don't care, right? If I will consider the don't care, then my Boolean expression will be simplified, right? So such that some of the logic gates, I no need to, we can ignore the purpose. Or சில logic gates வந்து நீங்க avoid பண்ணிடலாம், such that your device இன்னும் வந்து சின்னதாகும், காம்பாக்டா இருக்கும், இன்னும் காசு வந்து கொஞ்சம் செலவு பண்றது வந்து கம்மியாகும். So that is what I want, right? So with the help of don't care, I am considering 8 adjacent cells we can form, right? We can group we can group the variables, right? So let us consider 2 more zeros are there, na? So we can directly group them, because 4 variable, yeah, listen guys, yeah, see there, my mind is also not working. 8 is okay. Next we should discuss about 4 possibilities. Now see there, if I'll consider this K map, then 4 grouping also possible. See there, happily we can do this one. Am I making any mistakes? No, right? So I am correct. So let's continue. Anyway, we got 2 groupings. First of all, we got 2 groupings. Now we have to write the answer for this one. Y is equal to, how will you write the answer? First, let us consider this 8 grouping. We all know, guys, listen, we all know, if we have to consider all this. We have to multiply all these variables. One thing we all have to understand, midterms when we are considering all possible combinations, either in the either in the column or row, it does not matter. Row la neenga consider பண்ணாலும் சரி, இல்ல column la consider பண்ணாலும், total variables நீங்க consider பண்றீங்க அப்படினா total should be equal to what? 1 in min terms, that is in sum of product form. Whereas in product of sum form, right, this total variable should be equal to 0, right? So if I'll consider all possibilities, we should multiply, we have to multiply all these people, right? So we have to multiply all these people such that what happens? See, you can simply understand, we know if you multiply these 2 guys, now you will get what? C, the common term is C. Now see that if you multiply these 2 guys, the common term is going to be C bar. If you multiply C with C bar, automatically the term is going to be 0, na? Resultant we are going to get 0 only, na? Such that if you multiply all terms, which is always equal to 0, right? And then, right, I'm just now we are taking the 8 cells, na? Apde indha book observe பண்ணுங்க, from here, which is the common term. So A is the common term. Here we got A as the common term. Just we have to multiply these 2. A plus B into A plus B bar will give you A only, right? Plus now we have to perform addition, right? So we know cross la வந்து we have to add, right? So inga நமக்கு A வந்திருக்கு, plus inga எனக்கு என்ன வந்திருக்கு? 0 வந்திருக்கு, such that this total value will be equal to A only. Yes. Let's take the second one. Second possibilities. இப்போ இந்த ரெண்டு grouping எடுத்துக்கலாமா? இதுல common term இங்க யார் இருக்கா? If I'll consider these 2 guys, common term is D bar. Similarly, we have to consider these 2 people. First cell, third cell, fourth cell. right? First one and the fourth one, because it's in the grouping order correspondent row, in the grouping order correspondent row. Here we have a plus b, here we have a bar plus b, such that what we are getting here, a bar is going to be common term, a bar or b, no, b is going to be the common term for both of these people, so we have to consider, see, in between these two guys, b is the common person. Similarly here d is the common person. Now what we have to do, in the cross we should add them, so b plus d bar. So what is the answer? A dot, that is what we are writing, we are writing product of sum, right? So that is the product of sum, so that is the correct answer for the given variable, which is we can stop. Okay, I hope things are very clear to you all, right? Yeah, that is how we are writing the expression for, that is writing in product of sum form, right? So wait a minute, I have to check whether the class is going without any issues, so let me check by myself. Yeah, group la potrukka question solve பண்ணுங்க sir. No ma'am, I won't solve, you have to solve, right? But I will give you the ideas, right? Answer நீங்க கொண்டு வந்துக்கோங்க, நான் எப்படி பண்ணன்றதை சொல்லி கொடுத்துறேன், right? Bringing the answer is not my responsibility. Okay guys, now what we have understood till now, we learn how to write the expression for in POS under SOP forms, right? Now our next target is, right, our next target is, suppose if I will have given it is POS and you are supposed to write its equivalent SOP, right? POS கொடுத்துட்டு அதோட ஈக்குவலண்ட் SOP கேட்டாலோ இல்ல ஒரு SOP கொடுத்துட்டு அதோட ஈக்குவலண்ட் POS கேட்டாலோ, how will you write the form? See, very beginning when I had given the introduction for POS and SOP, there itself I told you the relation between POS and SOP is they are always complement to each other. Do you all agree with me, right? இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பார்த்திருக்கோம், if I will take bar, நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா SOP க்கு நீங்க காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் எடுத்தீங்கன்னா POS வந்துரும், POS க்கு காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் எடுத்தா SOS வந்துரும், SOP வந்துரும். But the conclusion I told you, right? Or for an example, if min term is given to you, right? So let us write min term, right? So let us consider three variables, right? So let me proceed. I am writing the form, that is we are going to consider sum of product. I am writing SOP, right? So just SOP and we are trying to write its equivalent POS. We are going to write the answer for its equivalent product of sum, right? So given it is SOP, let us write the SOP variable, right? So we shall consider sum of min terms, given it is 0, 1, 3, 7. Okay, let us consider 6, 7. Something is given to you, right? Now the question is, we have to write its equivalent max term, right? So we have to write its equivalent max term. We all know now what we know. I told you the information that we are gathering from POS is same as the information that we are gathering from SOP. If I live inge edachu oru sila, see inge yaarella miss aayirukangalo adu yaarla irukana artham, that is in max term, right? If there is no terms in min term la yaarella illiyo, automatically adu max term la irukum, correct? Don't care is common for both of these guys, you no need to be panic about don't care. Your concentration with the variables that we are given in min terms or max term form, right? So keep your attention with the min terms. Given variables are 0, 1, 3, 6, 7. Now very simple, we have to write its equivalent max term, right? I told you, let me repeat once again, the information that we are gathering from min term is same as the information that we are gathering in the max term. Either you can consider the information, either you can collect the information in terms of SOP or POS, that is your wish, right? Because both guys will going to give you the same information, you can easily conclude. Clear? Yes. Let's see its equivalent max term. Anyway, if we take complement for this, that will give you the value of max term, right? So let me write the max term, right? So let us write its equivalent max term in the sense we have to consider the missing terms in min terms. Illa yarella miss aayirka, the missing terms are 2 is missing, 0, 1 is there, 2 is missing, 3 is there, 4 is missing, 5 is missing, 6 and 7s are there, 6 and 7 people are there, right? Now let's write the equivalent max term, right? That's all, it's over, it's very simple, right? Its equivalent max term is going to be, for 2 we have to write what, neenga max term eppadi eludinga, let me write. Actually for 2 in 3 variable format, 2 can be written as 0, 1, 0. Similarly 4 can be written as 1, 0, 5 can be written as 1, 0, 1, correct? Yes, let's write the variables. Actually that is A, this is B, that is C. In max term form we all know how to write, right? In max term 0 is acceptable but 1 is not acceptable. If you want to write 1 in max term form, then we should take complement for this, such that if I'll group these 3 people together, how will you write? For 0 we can directly take variable A and then we have to perform OR operation. B is not directly acceptable because we have 1. So we have to take complement for that, and then C is acceptable, of course. Similarly, let us write for the second person 100. This is going to be A bar. 1 is not acceptable, but B and C we can directly group them, right? So we can consider the effect of B and C such that, because both are 0 na. Yes. Now let us write the final answer. A 101. A is not acceptable. We should take complement because that is 1, and B is acceptable, right? But C is not acceptable. We should take complement for C. Clear? Such that, so this is going to be what? Equivalent max term for the given expression. That's all. It's over. It's over. There are no big things to discuss. There are no big things to discuss, right? So let us take one more example for a better understanding. Yeah. Now at sometimes what it will be given, see, you will be given normal form, right, without standard or SOP or POS. For an example, a function is given like this, f of a comma b comma c, which is equal to, it is defined like this, a in bracket, what shall we consider? Okay, let us consider ab, right? Let us consider a bar bc, let us consider ac bar, right? Okay, let me consider AC bar, right? So variables will be given like this. Now you are requested to find out, that is you are requested to write its equivalent max term form, right? Given it is what? That is sum of products, yes, and you are requested to write its equivalent minimized product of sum format, right? Is there equivalent minimized product of sum? So what shall we do? First of all, we should identify the available variables in SOP. Sum of product யாரெல்லாம் இருக்கான்றது நமக்கு தெரியணும். If you notice this one, I have redundant term. AB is there, but one term is missing. That is called C. I will have to insert the C. That is, first you will have to write standard SOP form, standard sum of product for the given function. We all know how to write this standard SOP form. How will you write? Which is the missing term here? Let us consider, here we all know we have 1, here also we can consider 1, because here your term is completely fulfilled, right? So I don't have any redundant here, but here we have the redundant, here also we have the redundant. In order to remove that one can be replaced by the missing variable. Which is the missing variable? C is missing, so C plus C bar we have to consider, such that C plus C bar should be equal to 1, right? So plus we have to consider A bar BC plus A C bar. 1 is missing, so 1 can be replaced by, we have to consider B plus B bar, such that we can write the standard sum of product form. So if you open up the brackets, it is going to be ABC plus A B C bar plus A bar BC plus, let me interchange the people because the actual order is A comma B comma C. Let me write in the same order, A B C bar plus A B bar C bar, right? Now one more thing you all have to remember, if you have any repeated terms here, for an example, sir இந்த மாதிரி எழுதும்போது எனக்கு என்ன இருக்குன்னா ஒரு ABC இருக்கு, இது கூட இன்னொரு ABC வந்து ரிப்பீட் ஆயிருக்கா. If you are getting repeated terms, then you can simply consider only one term, because we all know A plus A equal to what? A only na. So if you are grouping, if you find any repeated terms, you can club them together such that you don't need to be confused, right, with all variables. Okay, let us write this term, right, in min term form. So that is the available min terms are, guys listen, A B C abdina meaning an equivalent values are 1 1 1. Now here we have 1 1 0, here we have 0 1 1, here we have 1 1 0, here we have 1 0 0. Now let me write them in ascending order. In ascending order, which is the minimum variable here? 2, this is 3, right? So its equivalent value is 3, comma 4 is there, yes, comma 5 is not there, but I think 6 is being repeated twice, right? I did not notice this, right? So ABC bar, here also we are getting ABC bar, so we don't need to consider them twice, we can consider only once, that is enough, right? And then here 3 எழுதியாச்சா, 3 எழுதியாச்சு, 4 எழுதியாச்சு, and next நம்ம எழுதணும், இது என்னது, this is 7, right? Sorry, this is 7. Now that is correct. So 3 4 6 7, right? So this is the available form, that is available variables in sum of product. Now question is what? We have to find out its equivalent max term, minimized SOP form, sorry, POS form, product of sum. So let us write its standard POS form, standard POS. Now which are the missing variable here? So let me write the standard product of sum can be written as, missing terms are 0 is missing, 1 is missing, 2 is missing, 3 is there, 4 is there, 5 is missing, rest of variables are available in SOP form. So in POS, what is the equivalent variable? For 0, we are considering 3 variables, 0, 0, 0, right? For 1, we are considering 0, 0, 1. For 2, we are considering 0, 1, 0. For 5, we are considering 1, 0, 1. Correct? Yes. Let's write its equivalent variables, right? So the things are, let's consider like this. Okay, fine. 0, 0, 0, it's equivalent variable. In max term, we have to perform OR operation first, and then we have to perform AND operation. Anyway, 0, 0, 0 is acceptable. 0, 0, 0 is acceptable, such that we can directly write A plus B plus C into 1 can be written as, right? So for 1, its equivalent value is going to be A plus B plus 1 is not acceptable. Now we should take complement. Similarly, for next variable, right? A is acceptable, but B is not acceptable. We should take complement. Similarly, for the last variable, we have to write A is not acceptable, but B is acceptable. C is not acceptable. We should take complement, right? So that is the equivalent standard product of sum, product of sum, product of sum. Correct? So that is the standard product of sum, minimized product of sum, equivalent to minimized product of sum for the given sum of product, right? I hope things are very clear to you all, right? So let us reverse the case. Suppose if product of sum is given to you, then how will you write the sum of product? Same procedure, right? Nothing is going to be different, right? So we can consider same procedure. I hope now every one of you getting the clear idea. Now take that question that you had posted in the group, should try to bring the answer. Answer find பண்ணிட்டு correspondent option group lo post பண்ணுங்க. That is sorry, in the comment section. Post your answer in the comment section. Let me check. You just try by yourself. Okay, let us take the second form. Let's go from product of sum to sum of product, right? Let's go from POS to SOP. Yeah. Suppose some variable is given to you in product of sum format, A comma B comma C, which is definite in terms of, right? So that is sum of, max term, right? We have to consider max term. Let us consider 0 is available here, 1 is available here, 4 is available, 6 is available, 7, which is given like this. Now the question is, find out the minimized equivalent expression of that is expression in SOP form, right? How will you do? Given it is max term, right? So whereas min term, how will you write? Min term can be written as whichever the variables that are missing in max term, right? So which is the missing terms? The missing terms are 2 is missing, 3 is missing, 4 is available, 5 is missing, 6, 7 are there. That is the equivalent variable. Now what is the answer? Simply write, for 2, what we have to write? 0, 1, 0. For 3, we have to consider 0, 1, 1. For 5, we have to consider 1, 0, 1. Let's write. They are going to be A, B, C. But in min term form, 1 is acceptable, 0 is not acceptable, right? So let's start our operation. Let's for 0, we have to take complement, but here we have to perform AND operation, right? So first we have to perform AND operation, and then we have to perform OR operation, right? Such that 0 is going to be replaced by A bar, and 1 is acceptable, but C is not acceptable. We should, and then plus OR operation. Repeat, for the second person, 0 is not acceptable, but 1 is acceptable. Similarly, for the last person, right? 0 is not acceptable, but 1 is acceptable. Clear? So that is the minimized form, f of A comma B comma C. So that is the minimized SOP form, right? A sum of product, right? So for the given product of sum variable, right? So let's remove this one. Let's take one more example. I'm repeating once. Take the question. Every one of you group la kuduthirukka question eduthu, you shall please try it by yourself and post your answer in the comment section. I have to see. Open your WhatsApp, take that question. Don't expect the answer from my side. It's your responsibility. Let us consider 4 variables, f of A comma B comma C comma D, right? So let us consider few more example. That is, we are going up with the product of sum, right? So we should consider max variables. Let us consider 0 comma 1 comma 4 comma 7 comma 9 comma 12. That is given. Okay, let us consider 13, 15. Right? So these variables are given. Now the question is, we have to write its equivalent, right? So it's equivalent minimized Boolean expression, right? In min term form, right? So it's equivalent min term, that is SOP form. Now what shall we do? That is very simple, f of A comma B comma C comma D. Now how will you do that one? That's very simple. Just to consider summation of min terms. The missing variables are 0, 1, 2 is missing, 3 is missing, 4, 5 is missing, 6 is missing, 8 is missing, 9 is available, 10 is missing, 11 is missing, 12, 13, 14 is missing. Correct? So that is the equivalent POS, sum of product, that is min term. Now what do you have to do? So directly we cannot write all this expression here. In order to find out the answer for this one, let me put it in the K-map. Let me put them in K-map in order to find out the simplified version in one step, right? Because many variables are there. If I have 2 or 3 terms, directly we can write the answer. But if we have more than 3 variables more than 3 terms or 4 terms, it is highly complicated in order to bring the answer directly. But K-map, simply in one step, it will give you the answer. So let's proceed with the K-map. So let me consider AB here. Let us consider CD here, such that it is going to be A bar, B bar. This is going to be A bar, B. And here we have to consider AB. Here it is going to be A, B bar. Similarly, here we are going to consider C bar, D bar, C bar, D, C, D bar, and here we are going, this is CD. Here we are going to consider C, D bar. Clear? So let us register the variables first. We all know this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry guys, we have to write it in the gray code form, 2, 3, and this is going to be 2, 3, that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, this is going to be 12, this is going to be 13, 14, 15. Clear? Let's register the variables. Now the given terms are 2 is given, 3 is given, 5 is given, 6 is given, 8 is given, 10 is given. Where is 10? 10 is given, 11 also given, and then 14 is given. This is the given terms, right? So remaining terms are going to be considered as max terms, right? Of course, we all know these things, right? So remaining terms are going to be considered as max terms. Let's start from our journey from 8 cells. Now just let me know, is there any 8 cells, 8 adjacent cells having 1? No. What about 4? 4 combination could be possible, right? So see there, we can group all these people together such that you are going to get one answer. Similarly, see there, and then is there any other 4 groupings? No, that is not possible. Yes guys, listen. Yes, it is possible. I didn't notice. Listen, we can group these 2 persons such that one more 4 grouping is possible. Next 4 grouping, I think beyond this there are no other possibilities. Let's discuss about 2 groupings. 4 is over 2. 2 means we can club this one with this one. Exactly, we can club these 2. Yes, fine. Now see there, one more literal is standing separately, right? Can I group this one with anyone? No, that is not possible because there are no adjacent cells having 1 with this one, right? So let's try and write the answer in one step for the given function, right? So the answer for this function is going to be, I hope this is visible to you. Let me check it by myself. Yeah, that is visible. Let's write the answer. Okay guys, for this one, what is the answer? For this one, its correspondent row is having A bar, B, and in its vertical line we have C bar, D, plus the second term. If I'll club all these people together such that its correspondent possibilities in sum of product is going to be 1, such that 1 into C into D bar. So you are going to get only C, D bar, plus next let us consider these 4 variables such that its correspondent answer is going to be 1, 1, 1, 1. If I will group them, which is the common term here? B bar is the common term. Which is the common term here? C is the common term, such that B bar C is going to be the answer. Next we shall group these 2 one. Its horizontal line is giving as A, B bar, whereas in the vertical, so here we have to consider these 2 cells. The common term is going to be, I think D bar is common, right? So we have to consider D bar. So that is the correct answer for the minimized what I can say sum of product for the given POS form. Clear? So that is how we are writing the answer directly. It's very simple, right? So you just try it by yourself, right? So anyway, let me take one more example for a better understanding. So let's rub this one. Yeah. You please try by yourself, right? No one had posted your answer in the comment section. Please try. Right now you can try, take that question. Yeah, okay, now what I am going to do, one more example, right? So for an example, a function is given like this, a comma b comma c, and given as, it is defined as a plus b, right? And they said a bar plus b plus C bar, right, which is given like this. Now the question is, you are requested to find out its equivalent, right? Its equivalent. We all know this is what it is in product of sum form. right? So it's equivalent to minimized sum of product. We have to write minimized sum of product. For that, first of all, we have to write standard product of sum. We have to write standard product of sum, because here we have three variables, but here we have only two variables. Now one variable is missing. So what we need to do, first of all, for that we have to consider a plus b plus 0. Correct? Now that 0 can be replaced by c dot c bar. Do you all agree with me? Just this operation is opposite to what? Sum of product, right? So let's write the answer. So it can be written as a plus b plus c dot c bar. Exactly. With here we are going to consider a bar plus b plus c bar. Now just we can split it. Now how can we split this one? So it can be rewritten as, we all know, right? So according to distribution theorem, right, a plus b dot c can be rewritten as a plus b plus c, right, into a plus b plus c bar. Correct? Yes, that is correct. Exactly. And this is going to be a bar plus b plus c bar. That is standard product of sum form, right? So let's write its equivalent value. See there, in max terms form, a denotes 0, b denotes 0, c also denotes 0. This is also denote 0, 0, 1. This denotes 1, 0, 1. Now see there, which are all the available variable here? That is 0 is there, its decimal equivalent. 0, 0, 1 decimal equivalent is 1. 1, 0, 1 decimal equivalent is 5. So 5 is available, 1 is available, 0 is available. Now its equivalent standard sum of product. Let me write the answer. The available min terms are, for min terms we can consider 0 cannot be considered, 1 cannot be considered, but 2, 3, 4 can be considered, 5 cannot be considered, but 6, 7 can be considered. Let's group them together. Anyway, we have many variables. In order to simplify them simply, let's go ahead with the K-map. Let's go ahead with the K-map, right, in order to get the one-step answer. So let me place these things in K-map. Right, the variables are, we all know in K-map, in sum of product it can be written as a bar a, so this can be written as b bar, c bar, this can be written as b bar c, this is going to be bc, and this is going to be bc bar. Let's try and put the values into the variables, right? So listen, here it is going to be 0, 1, this is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Let's try and put the answer. 0, right? 0 is not available, 1 is not available, but 2 is available, 3 is available, 4, 5 is available, 6, 7 is available. Rest of, I think 5 is not available. I put 1 for 5 also. That's wrong, right? Yeah, 3 variables is there. Rest of people are going to license sum of SOP, sum of product, right? So let's try and write the answer. Anyway, 8 grouping is not available, 4 grouping is available. See there, we can group all these people together. 2 groupings available, of course. 2 grouping also available, such that, see there, in one step we can write the answer, right, in K-map, right? So what is the answer? So y can be written as, its accurate value is equal to, see there, if I will consider this 4 grouping, that is a 4 terms grouping, if we have to add these two people such that a plus a bar equal to 1. Similarly, in this case, which is the common variable, b is going to be the common variable, so the correct answer is b. Right, because b into 1, here we have to add these two guys, a plus a bar will be 1, so 1 into the common term between these two guys is b, so 1 into b is going to be b only, right? So similarly, plus, sorry, not plus, yeah, plus only, we are writing what? Sum of product, na, right? Product is over, and then we have to perform OR operation, right, in order to add the second variable. So if you add pannunga, so here we are considering a. Now the common variable between these two person is c bar, such that your answer is going to be a c bar. Clear? So that is the equivalent Boolean expression, right, in standard SOP form for the given product of sum. Clear? I hope things are very clear to you all. Did anyone solve that question? No one, right? Okay, now you can try that question by yourself later, not now. Okay. Fine, I hope things are very clear to you all now. This is all about K-map, right? Now you will be able to solve, see, in same form in your examinations also you will be tested, right? So let's try and solve few questions that you have been already tested in your exam, right? Such that you will get the grip with this concept. Then slowly we will start the second chapter, that is the second phase of our digital electronics, is called combinational circuits. We are going to enter into combinational circuits, and we should perform various operations, right? Yes. So first let me solve few more problems. Yeah. Okay. The question is the truth table for the output y, right? The question is the truth table for the output y in terms of 3 input ABC given in the table. The question is we have to find out the minimized SOP form, right? So minimized SOP form, that is sum of products, right? So anyway, listen first, let me write the table. ABC is given, output Y is given, right? AB is given, output Y is given, right? So let me just group them together. First, the given variables are, let me write them. If you have 3 variables, then 8 combinations possible. 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 double 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. Totally we can consider 8 possibilities, right? And they said corresponding values are given as 1 1 1 0 1 0 0 0. Now we have to find out it's a simplified expression, right? In what? In SOP. Given it is, your answer is, you'll have to write this term in SOP form, sum of product, right? See, sum of product in the sense we have to consider 1. In POS, product of sum, we have to consider zeros. Clear? Let's try and put these things into K-map in order to bring the answer in one step, right? So since we have 3 variables, so we have to consider 8 cells for 3 variables, 2 power 3, right? We know how to do the things. Now let's write, this is going to be what? A bar, this is going to be A, and this is going to be B bar, C bar, this is going to be B bar C, this is going to be BC, this is going to be BC bar, right? So let's try and put the values into the functions. இங்க என்னென்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? 0 is available, 1 is available, 2 is available, 3 is not there, 4 is available, 5 6 7 are 0, such that 0 for 0 we have to put 1, for 1 we have to put 1, for 2 we have to put 1, this is 3, this is 4, we have to put 1, rest of all guys are going to be 0. Shall we group them together? Of course, that's very simple. See there, first of all, we have to group, right? 4 grouping is not possible. So let me go ahead with 2 groupings, right? So this is 2 grouping, right? So this is called 2 grouping. Now let's try and write the answer for this function. What's your answer? The answer is going to be, the output Y can be simply written as, for this person, right, A plus A bar will be 1, so 1 into B bar C bar is going to be B bar C bar only, plus for in between these two guys, here in the row we have to consider A bar, whereas in the horizontal, in the vertical we have to consider, which is the common term, B bar is the common term, so that is going to be A bar plus B bar. Now we have to consider these two cells, first cell with the last cell. Anyway, here also we are considering A bar only, but the common term between these two guys are going to be, I think that is C bar, right? So the correct answer is this one, that is the simplified Boolean expression, right, in min term, that is in SOP form, that is sum of product. Clear? So that is how we are writing the simple answer for the given function, right? Okay, let's try and bring the answer for the next question. The KMF for the Boolean function is given, the number of, okay, you are requested to find out the essential prime implicant for this function. I will solve this question later, right? So right now we will complete the basics, right? So let's go ahead with the next question. For the Boolean expression, right, the Boolean expression for the truth table is shown, right? We have to write product of sum, right? So the next one, so let me rub this one. We have to write the product of sum for the given function. So let's try and bring the answer for that one, right? Product of sum. Yeah, KMAP is given actually. I think, no, truth table is given, right? Not KMAP. Let's try and write the answer. Truth table. Once again, they are considering A, B, C, and they are considering output variable as F, right? Such that once again we have to consider 8 variables. Let us consider 8 variables, right? We have to consider 8 possibilities. First, they are going to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, double 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Clear? Let's try and write the variables that they are given, right? The given variables are 0, 0. We have to consider, this is 0, this is 1. They put 2 more zeros. Again, they are considering 1, again 0. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, that is the given answer, right? So we have to write what? Product of sum, right? So we have to write product of sum, it's equivalent to product of sum, right? So let's try and bring the answer for this one. Product of sum in the sense, once again we have to put these variables into the K-map. Let's consider the K-map with 8 variables, 1, 2, 3, right? So let's group them. So what is the answer here? 0, 1, see, POS only, na? So we have to consider A. First, let me register the variables. This is going to be B plus C, this is going to be B plus C bar, this is going to be B bar plus C bar, this is going to be B bar plus C, of course. and we know the values, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So let's try and bring the answer for this function, right? So that is going to be, now what is the answer? 0, 1, 2, sorry, we have to consider 0, 1 is available, 2 is available, 3 is not available, 4 is available, 5 is available, 6 is not available, 7 is available. Let's try and bring the answer, right? Now 4 grouping possible, huh? Yes, we can group these 4 guys together. Of course, in POS form we can group these 4 people together. Similarly, we can also group these 2 guys, of course, and we can also group these 2 persons, right? Of course, all operations were over. Let's try and write the answer. Guys, listen, while performing, right, product of sum form means we should multiply these 2 guys. Now we all know a dot a bar will be 0. Yes, of course, that is going to be 0, right? 0 plus, right, we have to perform AND operation. In cross we have to perform OR operation. Now see there, which is the common term between these 2 guys? The common term is b, such that we have to add 0 plus b. So let me write the answer, that is b, equivalent value, right? And then we should write, we are writing product of sum, so we have to put dot because product of sum. Let us consider the second case. Let's take these 2 guys. Here we have a, I have to perform OR operation, and the common variable between these 2 guys, which is the common variable? I think c is the common variable, right? So let's try and bring the answer for the next one. Here it is going to be, right, a bar is given here, and the common term between these 2 guys is going to be c bar, such that a bar plus c bar, right? So let me try, sorry, let us check the let us cross check the option. B is there, and we are getting what? A plus C, yeah, A bar plus C bar. Option A is there. I have not written the answer, options here, just to keep the answer, right? They said 4 options were given, but anyway, we are correct, right? So we can, options paranga. Guys, listen, at sometimes, right? So I have to tell these things, that's very important. Sometimes என்ன பண்ணிருப்பாங்கன்னா ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் மட்டும் என்ன பண்ணிருப்பாங்கன்னா POS ஃபார்ம்ல கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க, क्वेश्चनல மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்க மாட்டாங்க. நீங்க எந்த ஃபார்ம்ல வந்து எந்த கேமேப் வந்து நீங்க POS ல எழுதணுமா இல்ல SOP ல போடணுமான்ட்டு. You don't need to be panic, just to look at the option. ஆப்ஷன் எந்த ஃபார்மட்ல இருக்கோ அந்த ஃபார்மட்ல தான் கேமேப் போட்டுருப்பாங்க. See, நான் இப்போ ஆப்ஷனை பார்த்து தான் கெஸ் பண்ணேன், ரைட்? உங்களுக்கு புரியணுன்றதுக்காக நான் வந்து POS ல எழுத சொல்லிருக்காங்கன்னு சொன்னேன். But option மட்டும் தான் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. In this they did not told whether we have to follow KMAP or that is POS or SOP form. Just to look at the option எந்த ஃபார்ம்ல இருக்கோ that is the form we have to proceed with. That is the form we have to proceed with what? KMAP, right? I hope things are very clear to you all. Yeah, let's try and bring the answer for next question. Oh, it's available here itself. The number of product terms in the minimal SOP, that is sum of product, right? So let's see. I told you, you are requested to find out the number of product terms, right? So let's see, let's try and find the answer, right? Yeah, so let me bring the answer for the next one. I think they did not fix the camera at the right position, right? There might be some blur. One of the light is entering into the camera, right? It's flickering. Just adjust because people went outside. I only correct. Okay, fine. The number of product terms, right? The question is, first let me write down the, let me draw the KMAP that is given. 16 cell KMAP is given, right? So first let us develop the 16 cell KMAP, right? And then we shall put the answers here. 1, 2, right? They had closed all these things, and the variable were given as 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? So that is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I think that is correct. Yeah. Next we have to consider don't care. Rest of all are going to be 0. Rest of all are going to be 0. That is the given, right? So that is the given, right? Now the question is the number of product terms in the minimized SOP, right? Guys, write down the question. The number of product term, the number of product term in the minimized sum of product expression, right? Product term in the minimized, right? So in the minimized, the number of product term in the minimized sum of product expression, 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 in the minimized sum of product expression obtained through following KMAP, right? Obtained through following KMAP, obtained through, right? So obtained through following KMAP, so obtained through following KMAP, obtained through following KMAP, right? So obtained through following KMAP. Clear? That's all. And they had given this K-map, right? So they said 4 options. In option they said 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So options are 2, 3, 4, 5. Option A 2, option B 3, option 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the 4 options they had given. Anyway, let's try and bring the answer. Let's put AB here such that is you are supposed to write the answer in sum of product only, na? Right? Other than என்ன கேட்டிருக்காங்க, you are requested to find out the number of product terms, right? So let's try and write the equation, right, in sum of product. Sum of product எப்படி எழுதுவீங்க? We are considering AB here such that A bar B bar, this is going to be A bar B, right? And this is going to be AB, and this is going to be A B bar, this is going to be C bar D bar, this is going to be C bar D, this is CD, this is CD bar. We all know this one. Let's start grouping these people together, right? Now how can you group? Listen guys, just by looking at the question itself, I understood one thing. 4 grouping is possible with 4 corner cells. Do you notice? Yes, there are 4 people had been placed in the 4 corners, right? And then we can also group these 2 guys together such that there is no work for don't care in the given function. We can directly write the answer. Let me write the answer. So y is equal to, if I'll group these 4 guys, see there in the horizontal rows, in the horizontal line we have to consider these 2 guys such that the common term between these 2 person is B bar. In the 4 grouping, we have to consider these 2, right, vertical lines. Here the common term is going to be D bar such that we are getting B bar D bar. Now the next term we have to consider second grouping, this one. This is here common term between these 2 person is A. I think that is correct. Now here is going to be C D bar. Now how many product terms are there? Only 2 product terms are there. So the correct answer is what? Option A. Clear? I hope things are clear to you all. Fine. Okay, I'm just looking for, okay, same K-map. You are requested to find out the K-map only. Okay, let's stop with this. Let's try and let's take the next one. Okay. K-map is over with this. Now here I would like to consider a few more things, right, in K-map. That is we should talk about prime implicant and essential prime implicant, right? We have to talk about prime implicant and essential prime implicant, right? Prime implicant and essential prime implicant, right? So keep that in. We are going to discuss about prime implicant and essential prime implicant, right? The question is, we have to find prime implicants and essential prime implicant. Essential prime implicant, right? Prime implicant. First of all, what do you mean by implicant? Implicant na each and every one variables are being treated as implicants, right? Now we shall to, that is in SOP form, right, in sum of products, right? So let's see how to find the prime implicants and essential prime implicants in the given function, right? For an example, SOP form, something is given, some function is given like this, f of a comma b comma c, which is given us, right? So they are given, right? They are given, right? Guys listen, idhula max term koduthalum sari min term koduthalum sari, we know max term kodutha adukku equivalent min terms eppadi consider pannum theriyum, min terms kodutha direct ah eppadi project pannundradhu ungalku theriyum, right? So you can edha koduthalum worry pannadinga, direct ah min terms eduthu box la potukonga, right? Fine. So min terms, for an example, it is given as 0 1 2 3, let me consider 6 7, that is given. Let's consider some don't care also, right? So don't care, let me take 5 as the don't care. Now the question is, find out the number of prime implicant and essential prime implicant, right? So let's take the question first, because definitions won't always definition won't let our mind to get the clear idea, right? So triggering could be possible only with the explanations, right? Let me demonstrate with examples. Let's take a bar a, and this is going to be b bar c bar, this is b bar c, this is going to be bc, and here we are going to consider bc bar. Let's register the variables 0 1 2 6 7. Here we are considering 5. 0 1 2 6 7, enga irukku values 0 1, sorry, 0 1 2, 3 is not available, right? 4 is not available, 5 is available but 5 is don't care, right? 5 is available but 5 is don't care, and then 6 is available, 7 also available. Clear? So let's start grouping together, right? First of all, idhula grouping eppadi pannalam? 4 grouping possible? I think there is no chance for 4 grouping. There are no 4 adjacent cells with variables, boolean variables. What about The two variables, yes, there is no option. We have to go ahead with the two variables only. We can simply group these two guys, we can group this one. So such that we got three variables here. Yes. Now the conclusion is, let us discuss about prime implicant, right? So we have to write down the number of prime implicant, right? So that is number of prime implicant. The number of prime implicants are, see, all possible groupings are simply called prime implicants, right? All possible groupings are simply called. Number of groupings should be equal to prime implicant. How many groupings are there? Grouping 1, grouping 2, grouping 3. So the prime implicants are 3. First one. It is over. Now let us discuss about essential prime implicant. Now while discussing about the essential prime implicant, we have to investigate each and every group separately. Appadina meaning enna? Totally in the given function we had been observed three groups. This is group number 1, this is group number 2 and this is group number 3. Now let us take the group number 1. Group number 1 குள்ள எத்தனை ones இருக்கு நம்ம observe பண்ணி பார்க்கணும். See, in the group 1 I have two variables, correct? In the two variables la at least in a selected grouping, in a selected group, right? So in a selected group at least one which is not the subset of other grouping, at least a single one which is not the subset of other group, right? If I find any single one which is not the subset of other group, then that group is called what I can say essential prime implicant. Then that group is said to be essential prime implicant, right? In a selected group, if there is at least a single one which is not the subset of another group, then that selected group is going to be a essential, that is going to be an essential prime implicant. What do I mean? See that இப்போ இத செலக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா, இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா there are two ones இருக்கு. இந்த ரெண்டு ஒன்னையுமே நம்ம ஒரே டைம் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம், டைரக்ட்டா நம்ம குரூப் பண்ணிருக்கோம், ரைட்? now for an example, இங்க ஒரு 1 இருக்கு, இப்படி ஒரு 1 இருக்குன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க. இந்த இடத்துல ஒரு grouping கொடுத்திருக்கீங்க, ரைட்? இதே இடத்துல இங்க ஒரு 1 இருக்கு, ரைட்? சோ இந்த 1 எடுத்துட்டு வந்து இங்க ஒரு grouping பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. அதே மாதிரி இந்த இடத்துல ஒரு 1 இருக்கு, அந்த 1 கூட நீங்க grouping பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. You have done like this. If you are grouping, that is இந்த மாதிரி நீங்க பண்ணிருந்தீங்க அப்படினா, see there in this group there are two variables, but both these variables, right? இந்த group நீங்க செலக்ட் பண்ணும்போது இதுல ரெண்டு 1 இருக்கு. இந்த ரெண்டு 1மே எப்படி இருக்கு அப்படினா, it is the subset of, இதுக்கும் இது காமனா இருக்கு, இந்த குரூப்புக்கும் காமனா இருக்கு. அதே மாதிரி இந்த குரூப்ல இன்னொரு 1 இருக்கு, அதுவும் எப்படி இருக்கு, ரெண்டு பேருக்கு காமனா இருக்கு. So this is not a essential prime implicant. But if you take this one, இப்போ இத கன்சிடர் பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா, this one is common for two groupings, but I said at least one single one. நீங்க செலக்ட் பண்ண குரூப்ல யாராச்சும் ஒரே ஒரு term which is not the subset of other groups. See that this one is not the subset of other group, such that this one is going to be a essential prime implicant. Similarly, see there, let us select this grouping. There are two persons, but this person had been commonly lies in between these two groups, but this one is a single. In the grouping ku mattum dhaan idu, right? So then this grouping is called what? Essential prime implicant. At least one in a selected group which is not the, right? It is not the subset of other groupings. Then that selected grouping is going to be an essential prime implicant, such that if you see idhula ethana per irukanga, only two essential prime implicants are there. How many implicants are there? 1 2 3. All type of groupings are called prime implicants. Sorry, not implicant, prime implicants, right? How many prime implicants are there? 1 2 3. How many essential prime implicants are there? Only two, right? So like that, if you take this one, there are two ones, but none of the people are going to be commonly used in between one that is both, right? In between more than one, right? So இங்க இருக்க ரெண்டு பர்சனுமே வந்து ஒரே டைம் தான் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம். So this is directly called essential prime implicant. What about this one? See there, in the groupingல ரெண்டு 1 இருக்கு, this one and this one, but this one is the subset of two grouping. But in this grouping there is one more variable, but that variable is not the subset of other people, such that this grouping is going to be what? Essential prime implicant. Like that, if you select this one, இப்போ இதல select பண்ணிக்கோங்க, right? Listen, you can do like this. இப்போ இதல பாத்தீங்க அப்படினா, see that there are two ones, but this one is not the subset of other grouping, such that this is going to be what? Essential prime implicant. Like that, in this case there are three essential prime implicant and three that is three essential prime implicant and three prime implicant, right? I hope things are clear to you all, right? So let me, okay. Is it going good? Yes, class is going good, right? So let us select the question that already I read, right? That question. The came up given the number of essential prime implicant, right? Oh, the question is, you are requested to find out the number of essential prime implicant. Just understand, right? The meaning, that is enough, right? You don't need to think too much. Yeah, let me rub these things. Fine. The question is, you are requested to find out the number of essential prime implicant for the given function, right? A 16 variable K-map is given to you and you are requested to find out the number of essential prime implicant. You you're requested to find out the number of essential prime implicant, right? So let me register the variables 1, 2, okay, let's close them together such that this is going to be a bar, b bar, this is equal to a bar b, and this is going to be a b bar, sorry, a b, and the last variable is going to be a b bar. Similarly, this is going to be c bar, d bar, and they said that is why I am writing these things unnecessarily. See there, my unconsciousness. This is not required actually. Fine. The data were given 1, 1, 0, 1, and in the second row they said 0, 0, 0, 1, and next they said 1, 0, 0, 0, and in the last row they said 1, 0, 0, 1. Clear? That is given, and they had given 4 options 4, 5, 6, 8. Right? The options were 4, 5, 6, 8. We have to find out the number of essential prime implicant. First, let's start the grouping. Let's start the grouping from maximum possibility. 4 grouping possible? Yes. Where? This one, this one, this one, this one, right, are going to be grouped together? Yes. Next, second, these two people can be grouped together, these two people can be grouped together, these two people can be grouped together. Now tell me how many essential prime implicants are there in the given system, right? Now see there guys, listen, if I select this grouping, in the grouping you select there are 2 variables, but this one is common for 2 people, but there is one more one which is not the subset of other grouping, such that the selected group is going to be an essential prime implicant. Let's try and discuss about the second person. See that there are 2, 1, but this one is common for 2 people, but this one is not the subset of other people, such that this is also going to be an essential prime implicant. Let us discuss about the third person, this one, right? So let's try and discuss about this one. If the thing is what there are 2 variables, but this one is not the subset of other people, such that this is also going to be an essential prime implicant. Now see there, if I consider these 2 people, and the 4 grouping எடுத்துக்கலாமா 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 4 variable grouping, this one is not the subset of other people, right? Such that this 4 grouping is also going to be what? Essential prime implicant. At least ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு ஒண்ணாச்சு எப்படி இருக்கணும், மத்த grouping கூட subset இருக்க கூடாது. அப்படி இருந்தது அப்படினா that is going to be essential prime implicant, such that how many variables are there? How many people are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So totally we got 4 essential prime implicant, right? I think they had given 4 options, right? 4, 5, 6, 8. See 4, 5, 6, 8. இப்போ நீங்க இதுல செக் பண்ணி பாருங்க, ஆக்சுவலா எத்தனை grouping வந்திருக்கு? மொத்தமாவே 4 grouping தான் வந்திருக்கு. நமக்கு இது தெரியவே தெரியாட்டி கூட ஆன்சர் நம்ம பண்ணிரலாம் இந்த क्वेश्चनக்கு. ஏங்க மொத்தமாவே 4 grouping தாங்க வருது, 5, 6, 8ல ஆன்சர் எப்படி வரும், right? Anyway, our answer is 4. Let's pick the option. I hope things are very clear to you all. This is how we are solving the problems right in KMAP, right? I hope very clearly you might understood all these things, right? If you have any doubts, you can post it in the group, right? No issues. Now you can just take that question. No one had posted your answer right here. I hope you might be posted in the in the group, right? Okay, let's see. Later we will see that one. Let's continue our journey with the next one. Okay, that's over. Now we have to discuss about the second part, that is phase 2. Let's slowly enter into the phase 2 of our digital electronics, right? In the second phase, we are going to discuss about combination circuits and sequential circuits, right? இவங்கெல்லாம் யார் இந்த காம்பினேஷன் சர்க்கியூட்ஸ், யார் இந்த சீக்வென்ஷியல் சர்க்கியூட்ஸ் அப்படின்னா, தெர் இஸ் நத்திங். நம்ம இதுக்கு முன்னாடி கற்றுக்கிட்டது எல்லாமே பேசிக்ஸ். அப்படின்னா என்ன பேசிக்ஸ் கற்றுக்கிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா, ஒரு லாஜிக் கேட்ஸ் வந்து நம்ம எப்படி டிசைன் பண்ணுறது, இல்லை வந்து ஒரு கேமேப் வாட் இஸ் ஒரு கேமேப் வச்சு நம்ம ஒரு பூலியன் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் இருக்குது, ஒரு பூலியன் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் ரொம்ப லென்த்தியாக இருக்குது அப்படின்னா அது எப்படி சிம்பிளாக வந்து, அதாவது மீனிங் என்னென்னா, ஒவ்வொரு பூலியன் வேரியபிள்ஸ்லேயும் வந்து வி ஹவ் டு கன்சிடர் ஒயரை கன்சிடர் பண்ணி யூ ஹவ் டு கன்சிடர் சம் லாஜிக் கேட்ஸ். இப்போ லாஜிக் கேட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணி வி ஆர் கோயிங் டு டிசைன் தி சர்க்கியூட். அப்போ சர்க்கியூட்டை டிசைன் பண்ணும்போது நமக்கு என்ன தேவைன்னா, ஒரு சிஸ்டம் நீங்கள் டிசைன் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க, அதோட பூலியன் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் நீங்கள் எழுதிருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னா அந்த பூலியன் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் நம்ம எவ்வளோ சிம்பிளிஃபை பண்ண முடியும் அப்படிங்கிறதான் கொஸ்டின் மார்க், ரைட்? ஸோ வி ஹவ் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட், நீங்கள் எவ்வளோ சிம்பிளாக வந்து அதை எழுதுறீங்களோ அவ்வளோ சிம்பிளாக வந்து நம்பர் ஆஃப் இங்கே அதை சிம்பிளிஃபை பண்ண என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா, நம்பர் ஆஃப் லாஜிக் கேட்ஸ் as well as the wire that it should be required in order to design the circuit will be reduced, the size of the circuit will be reduced, it will become compact, right? So in order to design, right, a small device effectively, we are going up with the KMAP, right? And basically now we know how to design the logic gates or switches, with the help of various gates that we already saw already, right? That we had been, that is நம்ம என்னென்ன பார்த்திருக்கோம், all type of gates we saw, basic gates we saw, universal gates we saw, special gates we saw, right? So everything we know. Okay, now your target is we have to apply, we have to group all these people together and we have to design the circuits, right? That is called, there are two circuits they are going to design. One is called combinational circuit and the second part of the digital is going to be, is called, that is sequential circuit, right? Okay, fine. So let's take the combinational circuit. Hey, what we are going to do in combinational circuit? So first thing is, it's very simple. Combinational circuits அப்படிங்கிறது it's a memoryless, right? So அப்படின்னா மீனிங் என்ன அப்படின்னா ப்ரெசென்ட் மட்டும் தான் அது ஒர்க் பண்ணும். ஒரு ரெசிஸ்டர் மாதிரிங்க. இட்ஸ் நாட் லைக் இண்டக்டர் கெப்பாசிட்டர் மாதிரி கிடையாது. ரெசிஸ்டர் தான் காம்பினேஷன் சர்க்யூட்னு எடுத்துக்கலாம். வை? ரெசிஸ்டர் என்ன பண்ணும், நீங்கள் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா வாங்கி வெளியில் கொடுத்துரும். பிகாஸ் இமீடியட்லி இட் வில் கன்வெர்ட். ரெசிஸ்டரால் எனர்ஜியை ஸ்டோர் பண்ண முடியுமா? நோ, நாட் லைக் தட். ஸோ காம்பினேஷன் சர்க்யூட்ஸும் அப்படி தான். அந்த டைமில் அது ஆப்ரேஷன் பர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணும். ஸோ இதோட அப்ளிகேஷன் என்ன அப்படின்னு நம்ம ஜென்ரலாக யோசிச்சு பார்த்தோன்னா, நம்ம யூஸ்வலாக வந்து கேல்குலேஷன் போடுறோம் இல்லையா? இப்போ நம்ம கேல்குலேஷன் போடும்போது 1 + 1 அப்படிங்கிறது 2, சிம்பிளி வி கேன் சே. அதே மாதிரி 2 + 3 அப்படிங்கிறது 5. மை மைண்ட் இஸ் டூயிங், ரைட்? ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் பர்ஃபார்மிங் அரித்மெட்டிக் ஆப்ரேஷன். ஓகே, ஐம் ஜஸ்ட், அப்போ எனக்கு என்ன வரணும், 7 × 8, ரைட்? சாரி, 7 + 8. ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் நீடிங் தி, தட் இஸ் மை மைண்ட் இஸ் டூயிங் கேல்குலேஷன். இட் இஸ் telling this 15 சார். ஸோ 10 + 12 22. இட்ஸ் 22 + 22 44. 50 + 25 75, ரைட்? ஸோ லைக் தட் மை மைண்ட் இஸ் டூயிங் சம் கேல்குலேஷன். வி ஹாவ் டு, ஓகே, இந்த பிரைனோட லாஜிக்கை வந்து அப்படியே நம்ம எங்கன்னா சிஸ்டத்தோட கம்ப்யூட்டருக்குள்ளே கொண்டு வரணும், ரைட்? ஸோ ஃபார் தட் வி நீட் சம் ஸ்பெசிபிக் சர்க்யூட்ஸ் இன் ஆர்டர் டு டூ தி சேம் calculation, because simple value, my mind is telling 11 + 11 22, okay, 23 + 25, right? I can say 47, okay, 25 + 75 100, 100 + 200 300. Okay, let me ask you, 1637 + 6758932, what is the answer? I'm just stucking, right? So when we are raising, right, when we are raising the complexity while performing the addition, there are no system, right? So my mind is stucking in order to bring the answer. But in our while designing the circuits at all, we cannot simply sitting in the மாதிரி ஒரு பெரிய calculations வரும்போது we cannot do the operations manually, right? So I need a perfect device. For that we are moving on to the calculator. We have scientific calculator with us. We can just put it whichever the variable that we want, just we have to push that button, automatically it will tell us the answer, right? Whichever the things that you want, we can do that one. That is how we are getting the answer with the help of calci, right? So the thing is, we have to design two type of circuits. One is combination circuit, another one is sequential circuit. Combination circuit na enna pannona, நம்ம calci மாதிரி தான். அது என்ன பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா 1 + 1 நீங்க calci தான் நம்ம அப்படியே எடுத்துக்கிட்டு, நான் இப்போ நீங்க என்ன வேல்யூ போடுறீங்களோ அந்த வேல்யூக்கு இமிடியேட் வேல்யூ கொடுக்கணும். நான் சொல்றேன் இல்லையா, காம்பினேஷனல் சர்க்யூட்க்கு வந்து மெமரி இருக்கக்கூடாது அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லியிருந்தேன். அப்படின்னா மீனிங் என்ன அப்படின்னா, the thing is, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் வந்து நீங்க வந்து scientific calci யூஸ் பண்றீங்க, ரைட்? நீங்க calci scientific calci யூஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு கால்குலேஷன் போட்டிருக்கீங்க. என்னன்னா 10 + 10 வந்து 20 அப்படின்னு நீங்க போட்டு கிளியர் பண்ணி நீங்க கால்சி எங்கிட்ட கொடுக்குறீங்க. நான் கால்சியை வாங்கிக்கிட்டோ 10 + நான் ஒரு வேல்யூ போடுறேன், 20 + 10 நான் போடுறேன். அது கால்சியில் ஆன்சர் என்ன வரணும், 30 வரணும். அப்படின்னா மீனிங் என்ன, இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நீங்க பண்ண ஆப்ரேஷனை கால்சி மறந்துட்டு இப்போ நான் சொல்ற ஆப்ரேஷனை தான் அதை பர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணும். அப்படி பண்றதுக்கு பதிலாக நீங்க ஆல்ரெடி 10 + 10 வந்து 20 போட்டு வச்சிருக்கீங்க இல்லையா, அந்த வேல்யூ அப்படியே மெமரியிலே வச்சுக்கிட்டு நான் இப்போ வந்து ஒரு 20 + 30 ஆட் பண்றேன் அப்படின்னா அந்த 20 + 30 50, நீங்க கொடுத்த ஆன்சர் ஆல்ரெடி நீங்க பண்ணிருக்கிறது 20, அதையும் ஆட் பண்ணா ரிசல்டன் ஆன்சர் என்ன வரும், ராங் ஆன்சர். ஸோ காம்பினேஷன் சர்க்யூட்ஸ் வந்து நம்ம எதுக்காக டிசைன் பண்ண போறோம் அப்படின்னா, வித்தவுட் மெமரி we need some specific applications, like in order to do multiplication, division, that is நீங்க படிச்சிருப்பீங்க இல்லையா, மல்டிப்ளெக்சர், டிமல்டிப்ளெக்சர், ஜூன். I will explain all those things here, right? அதே மாதிரி ஆடர், சப்ராக்டர், ஆஃப் ஆடர், ஃபுல் ஆடர், ஆஃப் சப்ராக்டர், ஃபுல் சப்ராக்டர், parallel adder circuits. What is the purpose of keeping them all? Very simple. In order to do the present work, right? Present work na இப்போ நான் கொடுக்குற ஒர்க்கை மட்டும் பண்றதுக்கு நிறைய அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு, right? I mean there are numerous things are there in this universe in order to complete the work at present, very present. இப்போ கொடுக்குற ஒர்க்கை மட்டும் நீ பண்ணா போதும், நீ ப்ரீவியஸ்ல எப்படி வேணா that things I don't want, right? Immediate my work is இந்த டாஸ்க்கை மட்டும் எனக்கு கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணி கொடுத்தா போதும், உன்னோட பாஸ்ட் எனக்கு தேவையில்லை. அந்த மாதிரி அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ்ல நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ற சர்க்யூட் இட்ஸ் சிம்பிளி கால்டு காம்பினேஷனல். there are no big things to understand, right? So whichever the things, right, உங்களுக்கு எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் வந்து சிஸ்டம்ல வந்து பிரசன்ட்ல ஆப்ரேஷன் தேவைப்படுதோ அங்கெல்லாம் நீங்க காம்பினேஷன் சர்க்யூட் டிசைன் பண்ணணும். எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் வந்து ஃபாஸ்டா இருக்க இன்ஃபர்மேஷனும் தேவைப்படுது. ஃபார் அன் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இப்போ ஒரு பவர் சிஸ்டமில் வந்து நீங்கள் இன்ஜினியராக போகிறீங்க, ரைட்? உங்களை வந்து இன்ஜினியராக வந்து நீங்கள் அங்கே ஜாயின் பண்ணி டிஎன்இபியில் கிளியர் பண்ணி நீங்கள் அசிஸ்டன்ட் இன்ஜினியராக ஜாயின் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோங்க. நீங்கள் ஜாயின் பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா, ஆல்ரெடி அந்த இடத்துல இந்த ஒரு ஏரியாவுக்கு உங்களை போடுறாங்க. எந்த ஏரியாவில் உங்களை போடுவாங்கன்னா வேக்கண்ட் இருக்க இடத்துல. ஸோ அங்கே ஆல்ரெடி இருந்த ஒரு ஏஐ வந்து என்ன பண்ணியிருப்பாருன்னா, அந்த இடத்த வந்துட்டு மேபி அவர் வந்து ரிட்டையர் ஆகிருக்கலாம், ரைட்? இல்லை அந்த இடம் வந்து புதுசாக வந்து இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணிருக்கலாம், சப்ஸ்டேஷன் வந்து அங்கே புதுசாக வந்திருக்கலாம், ரைட்? ஸோ அப்படி இல்லைனா அங்கே இருக்கிற ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணிட்டு உங்களை போடுவாங்க, ரைட்? ஸோ இப்போ நீங்கள் அந்த இடத்துக்கு போகும்போது என்ன ஆகும், ஸோ அங்கே நீங்கள் போகும்போது என்ன ஆகுனா, நீங்கள் போன உடனே எதுவுமே தெரியாமல் அப்படியே உங்களை எடுத்துகிட்டு போய் விட்டால் யூ கேனாட் டூ எனிதிங். யூ ஹாவ் டு ஒர்க் தட். நீங்கள் போய்ட்டு அதுக்கு முன்னாடி அங்கே ஏஐ இருந்தவர் வந்து என்னென்ன டேட்டாலாம் ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணி வச்சுட்டு போயிருக்காரு. தட் இஸ் கால்டு பாஸ்ட். வி ஹாவ் டு கலெக்ட் ஆல் தி டேட்டா. அது சிஸ்டமில் இருக்கும். சிஸ்டமில் வந்து ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வச்சிருப்பாங்க. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி என்னென்ன டேட்டாலாம் இந்த ஏரியாவில் என்னென்ன ஒர்க்லாம் இருந்திருக்கு, எதெல்லாம் பெண்டிங்கில் இருக்குது, எதெல்லாம் கம்ப்ளீட்டாக கிளியர் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க. அதெல்லாம் பார்த்தா தான் நம்ம என்ன ஒர்க்கை இன்னும் பதிலாக பண்ணணும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ ஏதாவது போஸ்ட் வந்து ஒரு சில ஒரு ஏரியாவில் வந்து எனக்கு போஸ்ட் வந்து தேவைன்னு சொல்லிட்டு யாராச்சும் லெட்டர் எழுதி கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க, அக்னாலஜ்மெண்ட் வந்திருக்கும். பட் யூ மே நாட் அதை வந்து இன்னும் இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணாமல் இருக்கலாம். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சில விஷயங்கள் எதெல்லாம் வந்து இன்கம்ப்ளீட்டாக இருக்குன்றது நமக்கு தெரியணும் அப்படின்னா we should perform what sequences circuit நமக்கு தேவை. ஸோ ஒரு டிஜிட்டல் சிஸ்டமில் அது அந்த இடத்துல கம்ப்யூட்டர் only we are going to use, right? So similarly in our mobile, right, songs வந்து நம்ம ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வைக்கிறோம். that is called what sequential circuit. அது என்ன பண்ணும், ஒரு சிஸ்டம் மெமரி கார்டு எடுத்துக்கிட்டு நீங்கள் ஆல்ரெடி ஹியர் சாங்ஸ் எல்லாம் நிறைய ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கலாம். யூ கேன் ரிப்பீட். எப்பப்பெல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு சாங்ஸ் தேவையோ அப்பப்பெல்லாம் நீங்கள் போட்டு பார்த்துக்கலாம், ரைட்? அதே மாதிரி நீங்கள் யூடியூப்லாம் நம்ம சேனல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இப்போ கூகுள் யூடியூப் சேனல்லையோ சரி, நீங்கள் கூகுள்லேயோ சரி, ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு விஷயங்களை வந்து நீங்கள் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணுறீங்க, நீங்கள் டைப் பண்ணுறீங்க அப்படின்னா சிஸ்டம் வந்து என்ன பண்ணும் அப்படின்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக வந்து பேக்கில் வந்து நீங்கள் எந்த மாதிரியான விஷயங்களை வந்து அடிக்கடி பார்க்குறீங்களோ அதை வந்து கவர் பண்ணி நம்ம யூடியூப்ல இட் வில் ஹேப்பன். நீங்கள் அடிக்கடி எந்த மாதிரியான விஷயங்களை வந்து நீங்கள் சர்ச் பண்ணீங்களோ அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி என்ன இட் வில் கிரியேட் தி ஆர்டர். நீங்கள் திரும்ப சேனலில் கிளிக் பண்ணி உள்ளே போகும்போது என்ன ஆகுனா, நீங்கள் எந்த மாதிரி இப்போ நீங்கள் காமெடி சேனல் வந்து அதிகமாக வாட்ச் பண்ணீங்கன்னா யாரெல்லாம் வந்து இப்போ தமிழில் காமெடி சேனல் பார்க்குறீங்கன்னா காமெடி பேஸில் என்னென்ன சேனல்லாம் தமிழ் இருக்கோ அது எல்லாமே ஒரு ஆர்டரில் எடுத்துகிட்டு வந்து உங்களுக்கு நிறுத்தும். இட்ஸ் ஹேப்பனிங். தட் இஸ் கால்ட் sequences circuit. Very simple, right? So that is the application. There are no big things to understand. Coming back, so we are going to design two type of circuit. One is called combinational, another one is called sequential circuits, right? So both are necessary. நமக்கு ரெண்டுமே தேவை, right? இப்போ நம்ம மொபைலில் கால்சியம் இருக்கு, யூடியூபும் இருக்கு. யூடியூப்ல we are going to watch some videos, right? In order to do that one, அப்போ அதில் என்ன பண்ணுவோம், we need some fast, right? ஏற்கனவே அப்லோட் பண்ண ஒரு வீடியோ நீங்கள் திரும்ப பார்க்கணும். For that I am in need of memory, right? Whereas I am having calcium also. Anyway, calcium ரெண்டு டைப் ஆஃப் சர்க்யூட்ஸ் இருக்கும், காம்பினேஷனல், சீக்வென்ஸ் சர்க்யூட். சீக்வென்ஸ் சர்க்யூட் பர்பஸ் என்ன அப்படின்னா, கால்சியம் வந்து we are storing some data. நீங்க பிளஸ் பட்டன் அழுத்தினா என்ன நடக்கணும், ஒன் அழுத்தினா என்ன வரணும், அந்த டேட்டாலாம் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வச்சிருப்பாங்க. that is called memory, right? So that is called sequential. அதுக்குள்ள என்ன இருக்கும், combination circuits also will be there. Combination circuit won't store the data. நீங்க அப்போ என்ன பண்றீங்களோ அந்த ஆபரேஷனுக்கான அவுட்புட்டை மட்டும் உங்களுக்கு வெளியில எடுத்து கொடுக்கும். I think class is going good. Okay, fine. That's all. So we are going to design. I hope now things are very clear to you all. இப்போ நான் ஒரு சர்க்யூட் ஒரு டாப்பிக்கை நான் இங்கே கொடுத்து அதை நான் அப்படியே எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் பண்ணும்போது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். நான் இப்போ ஒரு அடிஷன் பர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுறேன் அப்படின்னா இதுக்கு மெமரி தேவையா இல்லையா, உங்கள் மைண்டில் காமன் சென்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணிங்கன்னா ஓகே, அப்போ இதுக்கு மெமரி தேவையில்லை, அது காம்பினேஷனில் வந்துடும், முடிஞ்சு. ஒரு சீக்வன்ஸ் சர்க்யூட் நான் ஒரு டாபிக் போடுறேன் அப்படின்னா அந்த டாப்பிக்கை பார்த்து நீங்கள் கெஸ் பண்ணணும், இதில் மெமரி தேவையா, ஓகே மெமரி எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் தேவைப்படுது, ஓகே ஒரு ஆப்ரேஷன் நான் பண்ண போகிறேன், அந்த ஆப்ரேஷனுக்கு மெமரி தேவையா இல்லையா, அதை வச்சு நீங்கள் நேம் கொடுத்துடலாம், அது சீக்வன்ஷியல் காம்பினேஷனல் சர்க்யூட். இட்ஸ் ஓவர், ரைட்? ஓகே, லெட்ஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் அவர் ஜர்னி with the first part that is called combinational circuits, right? Yes, so let me rub this one. Yeah, so what we are going to do now, we have to design combinational circuits, right? Of course, first adders subtractors முடிச்சிடலாமா, that is the first part, right? So we are going to perform arithmetic operations. First of all, arithmetic operation எல்லாமே presentல நடக்கிறது. ஸோ எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் எனக்கு presentல சர்க்யூட்ஸ் தேவையோ அங்கெல்லாம் நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம்னா we are going to, இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம டிசைன் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கோம் இல்லையா லாஜிக் கேட்ஸ், அந்த லாஜிக் கேட்ஸ்லாம் எடுத்துக்கிட்டு இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம்னா அடிஷன் பண்ண போறோம், அதுக்கப்புறம் சப்ராக்ஷன் பண்ண போறோம், ரைட்? ஸோ ஜஸ்ட் we are going to continue our operation. Okay, so adder, first we are going to discuss about the topic is called adder. Guys, now you know the purpose of designing the combinational circuit as well as the sequential circuit also, right? So don't think too much, that's enough, right? So whichever the things that you have understood, that is enough, right? So let's try and learn these things mathematically. You should let your brain to work now. We are going to design some adder, that is there are two type of adders are there. Adder in the sense we are going to perform addition, right? So for that earlier days we went up with the half adder circuits, right? Two variables மட்டும் இருக்கும்போது அந்த two variables add பண்ணதுக்கு we are going up with the half adder. When we are raising the adder, we are going up with the full adder circuit. அதுக்கப்புறமும் இன்னும் நீங்கள் நிறைய பிட்ஸ் வந்து ஆட் பண்ண அப்படின்னா we are going up with the parallel adder circuit. So we are going to design three type of adders. One is called half adder, and then we are going to perform full adder, and then we are going to perform what I can say parallel adder. Because parallel adder na இப்போ இந்த half adder full adderல என்ன பண்ண முடியும்னா in each and every time, right? So over time வந்து நீங்க ஆட் பண்ணும்போது ஒரே ஒரு பிட்டை மட்டும் தான் உங்களால கன்சிடர் பண்ண முடியும். In each and every addition only single bit you have to consider, right? So whereas in order to increase the number of bits we are going up with the parallel adder circuits. Parallel adderல என்ன பண்ணீங்கன்னா we can consider the more bits and we can perform the addition, that is with the more variables, right? Fine. In order to do that one, we are going up with the parallel adder. So we are going to design three type of adders. One is called half adder and the second one is called full adder. At last we are going to design what I can say parallel adder. That is very simple. At last you can understand. Fine. let's start our journey with the off order. Off order means we are considering two variables, right? Now one small task I am giving to you all. ஆஃப் ஆர்டர் சர்க்கியூட்லேருந்து நம்ம ஏன் ஃபுல் ஆர்டர் சர்க்கியூட்க்கு போகிறோம், அதே மாதிரி ஆஃப் சப்ராக்டர்லேருந்து நம்ம ஏன் ஃபுல் சப்ராக்டருக்கு போகிறோம். தேர் வில் பி சம் ஸ்மால் ட்ராபேக் ஃபார் ஆஃப் ஆர்டர் சர்க்கியூட் அண்ட் ஆஃப் சப்ராக்டர். ஐ எம் ஜஸ்ட் லெட்டிங் யூ ஆல் இன் யுவர் ஃப்ரீ டைம் யூ கேன் சர்ச், ரைட்? யூ கேன் வாட்ச் இன் யூடியூப் ஆர் கூகுள் ஆர் யூ கேன் ரெஃபர் சம் புக்ஸ், ரைட்? விச் எவர் தி திங்ஸ் தட் யூ வாண்ட் யூ கேன் ஜஸ்ட் டூ இட். அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட், ரைட்? Enhance your knowledge by learning these things in multiple way. Don't learn these things only from here, right? Use your Google, use your YouTube, use your books, right? Such that your knowledge will be enhanced, right? Not for all. Or a specific topic la doubt or you can just go through it. You can just refer Google or YouTube, such that you'll get more and more idea will come and it will enhance your knowledge, right? So you know the question enna just to find out the drawbacks of off adder and off subtractor. That's your work, right? Okay, let us design. Designing is my work. Let's start. So first we are going to design off adder circuit. Now we know the application of combinational, right? So the first operation we are going to perform addition. For that I am using off adder circuit. We are going to design off order circuit, right? So step number 1, இப்போ நீங்க first என்ன பண்ணணும் அப்படினா off order circuit வந்து நீங்க டிசைன் பண்ணணும் அப்படினா step number 1 we have to form truth table. Step number 2 we have to find out the its corresponding equivalent boolean expression by using k-map. Step number 3 we have to implement the logic gates, right? That's all. By using various gates we are going to perform the operation. Fine. So step number 1, in order to do the that is off order circuit, that is standard circuit, we are using two variables a and b, right? So let's see a and b. Now while performing addition, right, நம்ம எந்த ஒரு வேரியபிள் வந்து ஆட் பண்ணாலும், right, so it will generate two things, right? So one is first while adding these two people we are going to get its resultant value. With this at sometimes carry will be generated, right? So carry will be generated. Let us write the answer. For AB there are four possibilities: 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Now let's start our operation. See, there are single bits. 0 plus 0 will give you 0 only, such that there is no carry generation. 0 plus 1 will give you 1, such that there is no carry generation. 1 plus 0 will give you 1, such that there is no carry generation. 1 plus 1 will give you 10. Always we should start from least significant bit and then we should travel up to most significant bit, right? So your least significant bit is going to be your sum. Rest of digits are going to be your carry. Already I had told these things right earlier when I was performing the addition operation. I hope things are remembered by your mind, right? So let's refresh yourself, right? So here we should start. When I'm adding 1 plus 1, I am getting 10. So LSB is going to be 0, that is the sum, right? And the MSB is going to be the carry, that will be considered in the carry group. Clear? So that is going to be the off order truth table. First thing, we had been designed truth table. Our next task, we should minimize. Anyway, if your expressions are very simple, then k-map does not require directly. See there, here we have only two variables and a very small outputs. So we can directly write the, what I can say, it's a simplified boolean expression. Let me write for sum, it's equivalent to boolean expression. Sum, guys listen, here we have, I am writing all answers in SOP form, sum of product. Right? We just follow any one standard method for our reference. Either you can go up with the product of sum or sum of product, right? So I'm just following sum of product. That's enough. Don't think too much why we are not using product of sum. I told you already, the information that we are going to gather from SOP or POS are going to be same only. SOP இருந்தா POS என்னன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிரும். POS இருந்தா SOP என்னன்னு தெரிஞ்சிரும். அப்புறம் எதுக்கு ரெண்டு பேரும்? எதுக்கு ரெண்டு பேரும்? ஒருத்தர் இருந்தாலே ரெண்டு பேரை பத்தி தெரியுதுங்கறப்ப we don't want to waste our time, right? So just to go ahead with a single person. Let's proceed with the sum of products, right? Fine. So in sum of product form we have to consider ones, right? So first we have to draw the, that is we have to write the boolean expression for sum. Sum அப்படினா this is the sum. Its corresponding outputs are, we have two min terms, right? Sum means we have to consider only ones, zeros are negligible, right? So it's correspondent variables. Here I am getting 1, for correspondent variables are AB, right? AB na inga yaar varuva, 0 is not acceptable in sum of products form, so we have to consider A bar. 0 is not acceptable, such that A bar dot B, first AND operation is over, next we should perform OR operation because sum of product. Next second person, there will be one more min term, its correspondent variable is going to be A dot B bar. Yes, we got. Did you notice this expression carefully? What is this? What type of expression it is? A bar B plus A B bar is known as XOR gate. So I understood I need a XOR gate here. நமக்கு ஒரு XOR gate இங்க தேவைப்படுது in order to design the adder circuit, right? So that is the sum. Let's write the answer for carry, right? So let's write the answer for carry. Carry என்னதுன்னு பார்க்கலாமா? Carry is going to be similarly in SOP form only, 0 0 0. Okay, next we have to perform only one min term, its correspondent variables are AB, both are one only, so we can directly consider them. Clear? It's over now. Now we know carry, we know sum also. So what is the conclusion here? Guys, I am just performing of addition. That is off order use பண்ணி we are performing addition operation. See there, I am just adding 0 plus 0 நம்ம add பண்றோம். resultantல value என்ன வரும்? 0 plus 1 add பண்ணா என்ன வரும்? 1 plus 0 add பண்ணா என்ன வரும்? 1 plus 1 add பண்ணா single bits. Each and every time I am considering, I am adding single bits and resultantல எனக்கு வர variables. இப்போ sumல வர values நான் இங்க போடுறேன். carryல வர portion வந்து தனியா segregate பண்ணிடுறேன். But one thing did you notice? இங்க கேரி தனியா இருக்கு, சம் தனியா இருக்கு. ஐ cannot club them. So யூசுவலா நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம், இப்போ ஒரு அடிஷன் நம்ம பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா நார்மலா நீங்க வந்து அரித்மெட்டிக் ஆபரேஷன் பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணும்போது டெசிமல் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இங்க 1 2 இருக்கு, இங்க 7 வாட் ஐ கேன் சே லெட் அஸ் கன்சிடர் 6 கன்சிடர் பண்ணிக்கலாம். இப்போ இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு வேரியபிள் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா 7 6 ஆட் பண்ணும்போது you are getting 13 வரும். கரெக்ட்டா 13 வரும். அத நம்ம LSB எங்க எழுதிட்டு MSB எங்க எடுத்துட்டு போய்டுவோம், கேரி வந்து it will be added with the next person. See there, the generated carry will be added with the next person, such that we are performing what 2 plus 1 plus 1 is going to be. This is how we are performing arithmetic operation. Do you all agree with me? Did I do the same thing here? No, carry is being generated here, but I did not. I'm just segregating them. So that is what I am doing in off order, but still my operation is not being fulfilled. When your operation is being fulfilled, your operation will be fulfilled when your carry is going to be added with the next sequence. That is actual operation. Carry generated ana immediately you should target your next MSB target பண்ணி அங்க இருக்க next significant bits கூட நீங்க add பண்ணனும். But I'm not doing like that, right? So fine. Finding the drawbacks of off order is your task, right? That is not my task, right? I'm just giving basic ideas. Let me rub this one. So okay, now what we have done, truth table is over, Boolean expression also over. Third thing, now I have to design the circuit. I'm just needing, that is I'm in need of design. That is எனக்கு இப்போ என்ன வேணும் அப்படின்னா ஆஃப் ஆர்டர் சர்க்யூட், ரைட்? அடிஷன் பர்ஃபார்ம் பண்றதுக்கு லாஜிக் கேட்ஸை யூஸ் பண்ணி சர்க்யூட் வந்து இப்போ நம்ம இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ண போறோம். இட்ஸ் வெரி வெரி பியூட்டிஃபுல், ரைட்? டிஜிட்டல் எலக்ட்ரானிக்ஸ் இட்ஸ் குவைட் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் சப்ஜெக்ட் because only your brain should be required in order to design these things. We are not going to analyze anything. I told you it is called postulates. நம்ம எப்படி டிசைன் பண்றது மட்டும் தான் நம்மளோட வர்க்கே தவிர இங்க நம்ம அனலைஸ் பண்றதுக்கு வேலையே இருக்காது, ரைட்? Yeah. Now the thing is, listen. இப்போ நம்ம மொத்தம் எத்தனை வேரியபிள் யூஸ் பண்ண போறோம்? We are going to consider two variables. Let us design the circuit. Variable A, variable B. Two boolean variables should be required. Now sum operation எப்ப நடக்கும் அப்படினா இந்த ரெண்டு வேரியபிள்ஸ்க்கு நடுவுல, ரைட்? சோ இப்போ இந்த ரெண்டு வேரியபிள் எடுத்துக்கிட்டா if I will put the XOR gate with these two variable, then I am getting the sum for the off order circuit. XOR gate எப்படி நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணுவீங்க? See there, this is the representation of XOR gate. I am just closing them such that if I will pass A and B through the XOR gate, it will give you the sum operation. It will perform sum operation for off order. That is the resultant expression. It clearly denotes that there is a need of XOR gate in order to perform sum operation. That is addition in case of off order circuit. Similarly, in order to bring out the carry separately, we should perform, see there, A dot B. This is called AND gate, AND operation. So in order to perform, right, in order to bring the carry output, so let me do that one. So let us take, so in order to perform, in order to do carry, in order to bring carry, I am in need of AND gate, right? Such that what is your output now? Your output is going to be, that is going to be carry. Carry is what? Right, through AND gate we are passing A and B, such that output is going to be A dot B. Sum is going to be, see there, here it is, here we are going to get A XOR of B, here we are going to get AB. Clear? So that is the complete designing of AND gate. This is the complete designing of AND gate. I think things are very clear to you all. Clear? Okay, fine. So what is our next target? Now let us design the full adder circuit, right? So let me rub this one. Let us design the full adder circuit. Okay, I think please wait a minute. Okay, fine. Next we have to design full adder circuit, right? How to design the full adder? For full adder circuit, I said we need three variables, right? So let us start our journey with this three variables. Once again, keep the heading. We are going to design full adder. Okay, I told you just to check the drawback of off adder and off subtractor also, right? Okay, let us consider three variables A, B, C, and a function. Its corresponding function is F, right? So let's try and bring out the answer for this. So let me close these things together. We have to consider 8 possible outputs. Okay, first of all, we need two tables here because we should perform, or that is we have to collect sum taniya carry taniya gather பண்ணனும் இல்லையா. So let me keep sum here, carry let us consider here. Okay, such that your variables are going to be, let us consider 0 0 0 8 possibilities, 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 double 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. Fine, let's try and bring the answer in some format. Sum la answer enna varum, sum is going to be, right? So our sum is going to be, if we add, guys listen, 0 plus 0 will give you 0 only, again 0 plus 0 will give you 0 such that there is no carry. Now see there, 0 plus 0 will give you again 0, again resultant 0 plus 1 will give you 1 such that there is no carry. Again 0 plus 1 will give you 1, 1 plus 0 will give you 1 only, resultant 0. Again 0 plus 1 will give you 1, 1 plus 1 will give you 10. LSB we have to consider as the sum, and MSB is going to be the carry, right? Again 1 plus 0 will give you 1, again 1 plus 0 will give you 1, there is no carry. Again 1 plus 0 will give you 1, 1 plus 1 will give you 10, so 0, carry is 1. 1 plus 1 is 10, 10 plus 0 again 10 such that 0, carry. 1 plus 1 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11 such that carry, both are, that is carry is 1, sum also 1, right? That is how we are finding the tabular column of full adder circuit. Now our target is we have to minimize, right? Guys listen, now we have to write the boolean expression for these two people. Sum ku thaniya boolean expression eludrum, carry ku thaniya boolean expression eludrum. But the thing is here I am getting many variables, 1 2 3 4 variables are there na in SOP form. In order to write these things, let us go ahead with the K-map, right? So such that you will be able to bring the answer in short. Yeah, let's put them in the K-map. You please do it by yourself, don't wait for me, just we are designing, that's all, right? I'm not doing any analysis things here, I'm not analyzing anything. A bar, A is going to be here, B bar, C bar, B bar C, this is going to be BC, this is going to be BC bar. Let's try and put the variables here. See there in sum, so let me write the Boolean expression for sum first. Sum ku error வருவா, 0 கிடையாது, 1 இருக்கு, yes, 2 is there, 2 is there, and then 3 is not there, 3 is not there, 4 is there, 4 5 6 7, 4 is there, and 5 is not there, 6 is not there, 7 is there. Let's try and bring the answer for this one. So this is going to be, anyway இதை நம்ம K-mapல போட்டும் நமக்கு அவுட்புட்ல எதுவும் பெருசா கிடைக்கல, பிகாஸ் குரூப்பிங் எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியல. அப்ப ஆன்சர் நம்ம அப்படியே எழுதிக்கலாம். எனிவே நம்ம போட்டாச்சு, போட்ட எனக்கு எதுவும் இதுல அப்படியே தான் வந்திருக்கு இல்லையா வேரியபிள்ஸ். சம்முக்கு எழுதலாமா? சம்முக்கு எழுதுனா என்ன வரும்? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 1 கேன் பி ரிட்டன் as, right? So this is 1, இது கரஸ்பாண்டன்ட் வேல்யூ என்ன வரும்? that is a bar b bar c plus this is going to be a bar b c bar, right? Plus this 1 can be written as a b bar c bar plus last this one can be written as a b c. Okay, that is going to be sum, right? So okay, actually this is equal to what? Let us consider this is equal to a XOR of b XOR to the c, right? Guys, if you perform XOR operation, you will get this one, right? So let me prove it. Okay, இது வர இருக்கு இல்லையா, கேரி வேணும் இல்லையா, what shall we do? Okay, நம்ம கேரி மட்டும் வச்சுக்கலாம். I don't have space here, so let me rub this one. Let's try and bring the answer for carry also later. First I will complete that one. Listen, what is the expansion of a XOR of b? First tell me the answer. That is going to be a bar b plus a b bar, correct? Now if this a XOR of b is, it is also being XORed with the c, then how will you write the function? It can be further written as a XOR of b can be written as a bar b plus a b bar, and it is going to be further expressed, that is XORed with the c, such that, see there, let me consider this total variable வந்து நம்ம x ன்னு எடுத்துக்கலாம் for your understanding. இது x ன்னு எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா x XORed with the c, right? இது எப்படி எழுதுவீங்க? It can be written as x bar c plus x c bar. Let us substitute the variables. X bar அப்படிங்கிறது இங்க யாரு? Let us reduce this one. X bar, it means x is equal to a bar b plus a b bar, that is x. Now we have to take whole bar such that is going to be what? According to De Morgan's law, a plus b whole bar can be written as, right, a bar dot b bar, such that again it can be written as, now a dot b whole bar further can be written as a bar plus b bar, again this can be written as a bar plus b bar, such that double bar is getting cancelled, so it is become a plus b bar, and here it is going to be a bar plus b, right? So that is what we are getting here, right? So and then let me open up the brackets. Idu neenga ulla multiply pannina such that is going to be a dot a bar, that will be 0, and then we are getting ab, and then b dot b bar also 0, and then we are getting a bar b bar, we are getting a bar b bar, right? So finally what I got, x bar can be replaced by ab plus a bar b bar, right? Yes, simply we can say this is XOR gate. If you take a complement for XOR gate, that will give you what, x nor only. We know XOR க்கு complement எடுத்தா with two variable, ரெண்டு boolean variable இருக்கும்போது, right? 3 variables க்கு நீங்க whole bar எடுத்தீங்கன்னா 3 variable பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், that is odd number of variables க்கு நம்ம complement எடுத்தோம் அப்படினா XOR உம் x nor உம் will give you same result only. Both are equal when we have odd variables. That even number of variables, so 1 to only ab, two variables will be there. If I'll take complement for even variables, then this is XOR will become, complement of XOR will be x nor, complement of x nor will be XOR. That we know, right? So let's try and bring the answer such that it will be multiplied by what, c ஆல இப்ப நீங்க இத மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா x bar into c, such that if I will multiply it by c, if I will multiply it by c, then what you are going to get, this whole variable will be multiplied by c, such that we are getting a b c plus a bar b bar c, right? அதுல ரெண்டு டேர்ம் வந்துருச்சா பாருங்க, a bar abc வந்துருச்சா? yes. one more term வந்திருக்கா பாருங்க, a bar b bar c, these two terms already வந்துருச்சா? next இந்த x க்கு பதிலா we have to replace what, a bar b plus a b bar, right? just இப்ப இத நீங்க c bar ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணீங்கன்னா automatically you will get the rest of two variable. So what is the conclusion? a XOR of b XOR of c equal to this one, right? So this is known as a XOR of b XOR of c only. Clear? Similarly we have to realize what, carry, right? So let us put these things. carry க்கு நீங்க values find பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா what you are going to get? Let's see what we are going to get for carry. Yeah, let me rub this one. For carry we have 4 variables, of course. Yeah, for carry we are getting 4 variables only, that is true, right? But let's see what we are for carry க்கு நீங்க ஆன்சர் எழுதுறீங்கன்னா what we are going to get. Carry can be expressed as 0 1 2 3 is there, right? So 3 அப்படினா என்ன எழுதுவீங்க, 3 னா a bar bc, that is 3. 4 is not there, 5 101, right? So 101 அப்படினா a b bar c, and then 110 a b c bar, and then 7 is going to be abc, correct? Yes, right? Now this is going to be the carry, right? And this is going to be what, this is our sum expression. Now our target is we have to bring, right? Now you have to design the logic gate for this circuit, right? You have to design logic gate for this circuit, right? So anyway, let us try and reduce this function if it is possible, right? So let's check, is there any, yes. Listen, in the first two cases, if I'll take c outside, then it is become a bar b plus a b bar, such that I can say that is what, a XOR of b. So it is c into a XOR of b ன்னு எழுதிக்கலாம். அதே மாதிரி இங்க ஏதாச்சும் possibilities இருக்கா? From this you can take, see there you can take ab outside, you can take ab outside, c plus c bar will become 1. So the answer is, this can be written as c into a XOR of b plus ab, that is going to be the carry, right? So let me write carry here. So carry is going to be c into a XORed with b plus a into b. That is what we want, right? So let us design the logic circuit for this one. Okay. Now our target is we have to design the logic circuit. Shall we start? Yes. Okay guys, first let me complete the circuit because it is standard circuit only, right? Let me draw the standard circuit first. This is the full order circuit, right? How did I got the answer? Guys, if you notice these things carefully, see there, this is one half order, this is one half order, right? Of course, here we are considering one more half order, with we are considering one OR gate, right? So we can directly, full order circuit can be implemented by using two half order, right, plus one OR gate. Clear? So that is how we are implementing full order circuit, right? So in order to implement one simple full order circuit, we just need two half order circuit and one OR circuit. Just keep these things in your mind. Okay, that's enough. Okay, let's start our journey. Whether the circuit is correct or not, I don't know, right? Let's check. See there, if I pass these two inputs through this XOR gate, I am getting A XOR with B. Okay, and see there, one more variable is coming here, that is C. C in enter such that it will perform one more XOR operation. So A XOR of B XOR with C. So your output is going to be A XOR of B XOR with C. That is what I want. Yes, I got the sum operation. Let's continue. Actually here I got A XOR of B, right? Yes. Let's continue. If in the AND gate output A is coming here, B is coming here, such that is going to be AB, right? If in the AND gate A XOR of B is coming here, A XOR of B is coming here, and I am just with what? C is also coming. See there, in the രണ്ട് input one is C, another one is A XOR of B. This is AND gate, so C and A XOR of B are going to be multiplied each other, such that carry A XOR of B into C plus A into B is coming here, right? So this A into B is coming here, such that it output is going to be A XOR of B should be multiplied by C plus A into B also coming inside. This is the carry output. Yes, we got the carry also. So that is how we are designing full order circuit. I hope things are very clear to you all, right? But did you notice one thing? In full order circuits, what I have done here, in each and every time, right? So if you are performing the operation in full order, for an example, a variable is given like this 0 1 0. How will you perform the full order operation? First, in each and every addition, we are considering only 2 bits. First bit should be add up with the second bit, such that 0 plus 1 will become 1, and then this 1 plus 0 will become 1. That is how we are performing the operation. So in each and every addition, a single bit only being considered. In case of what I can say, a full order operation, in order to increase the number of bits in addition, we are going up with the next type of operation, that is simply called parallel adder. Okay, that is simply called parallel adder. That things we will see in our tomorrow class, right? So with this, let's wind up the today class, right? So I hope things are very clear to you all, right? If you have any other doubts, you can ask in the group, right? So that is enough, right? Okay, let's wind up. Thank you all.